Some stories begin quietly, as a whisper in the soul. They do not announce themselves with thunder or spectacle, but rather slip into our lives, gentle and persistent, waiting to be heard. This is the story of Nicholas Rath, an ordinary man whose life was changed by an extraordinary vision. He was not seeking greatness, nor did he expect his path to diverge from the familiar routines of daily life. One night, Nicholas was given a sight beyond our world, a vision so clear, so vivid, it marked him forever. The stars above seemed to speak, and in that moment the boundaries of his reality shifted. Nicholas saw something coming, something vast and mysterious, something that concerns us all, whether we realize it or not. He is not a prophet from ancient times, but a man of today, walking the same streets, reading the same headlines, facing the same uncertainties as the rest of us. Yet, he was chosen to witness a moment outside of time, a glimpse into something greater, something that transcends the ordinary flow of days and years. This experience was not sought, it was a burden and a gift, given for reasons we are only beginning to understand. It weighed on his heart, filling him with questions and a sense of responsibility. His life, once ordinary, now carries an urgent purpose. Each morning he wakes with a new sense of direction, compelled to act, to reach out, to make sense of what he has seen. Nicholas feels compelled to share a message, a warning, but also hope. He writes, he speaks, he searches for the right words to convey the weight and the promise of his vision. Before the vision he lived with quiet faith, never expecting to become a messenger. His prayers were simple, his hopes modest, his days unremarkable. The universe often chooses the humble for monumental tasks. It is in the quiet hearts, the gentle souls, that the greatest messages are planted. Through Nicholas, a message demands our attention. It calls out not just to him, but to all who are willing to listen. This is his testimony, what he saw, what he was told, and what he believes we must do. His words are a bridge between the vision and our own lives. It is not meant to incite fear, but to call us to awareness. Nicholas hopes his story will inspire courage, compassion, and a readiness to face what lies ahead. An invitation to prepare our hearts and minds for a shift he believes is imminent. He asks us to come together, to support one another, and to look toward the future with hope. His story begins not with a choice, but with a revelation he could not keep to himself. He had to speak, even when words felt inadequate. He had to share what he saw, to pass on the message that had been entrusted to him, no matter the cost. This is the beginning of Nicholas Rath's extraordinary journey, a journey that will test his faith, his courage, and his resolve. And now, as his story unfolds, it becomes ours. We are invited to walk this path with him, to listen, to learn, and perhaps to be changed as well, as the vision came to Nicholas not in a dream, but in a moment of deep stillness. In that silence, the world faded, and a deeper reality unfolded. He describes it as a sacred quiet, full of potential. The curtain between worlds was pulled back, and he saw what was to come. The experience was more vivid than life itself, a truth imprinted on his spirit. He felt peace, even as the images formed. This was not chaos, but a deliberate, clear sequence of events. Nicholas became a witness to a divine timeline. The stillness was the necessary prelude to the storm of revelation. In that calm, he was ready to receive a message of immense importance. This was the moment an ordinary man glimpsed the blueprint of our near future. As the vision solidified, a date appeared, September 2025. It was more than just a number on a calendar. It was a moment destined to be remembered, a point in time that would divide history into before and after. It was precise, unyielding, the season of change. The world, unaware, moved steadily toward this appointed hour, as if nature itself was holding its breath, waiting for what was to come. The vision showed not just one event, but a sequence that would alter human history. It was a chain reaction, a series of moments that would ripple across continents and touch every life. The first, the rapture. People vanishing in an instant, no sound, no warning. One moment they were there, the next, only silence and confusion remained. Chaos followed, cars without drivers, planes without pilots, families searching desperately for loved ones who had simply disappeared. The world was thrown into turmoil, its routine shattered in a heartbeat. The world would be left in shock, unable to explain the disappearances. Newsrooms scrambled for answers, but none could be found. Fear and uncertainty spread like wildfire. This was not random, but a divine calling home, a promise fulfilled. For some, it was a moment of hope, a long-awaited reunion. For others, a mystery beyond comprehension. For those left behind, it marked the beginning of great trial. Loneliness and fear settled in as the world struggled to make sense of the loss and the uncertainty of what would come next. Governments powerless, leaders speechless, society shaken to its core. The very foundations of order and authority trembled as answers proved elusive and hope seemed distant. Nicholas understood this was not the end, but the beginning of a new chapter. He sensed that the world was on the edge of something far greater, a story still unfolding. The rapture was the catalyst, the trigger for a foretold series of events. Each moment set another in motion as prophecy and reality collided. All centered around September 2025, a date now just around the corner. The countdown had begun, and the world unknowingly moved closer to its destiny. The vision was clear, the final act was about to begin. The stage was set, and every soul would play a part in what was to come, and the world would never be the same. In the shadow of this vision, humanity stood at the threshold of a new era, one marked by both fear and hope, uncertainty and promise. After the rapture, Nicholas saw the next sign, a supernatural darkness. For 3 days, beginning September 21st, 2025, the world would be plunged into absolute blackness. Sun, moon, and stars blotted out, a veil across the heavens. The darkness was alive, filled with terror. Entities, fallen angels, demonic beings would be released to torment those left behind. Their whispers and cries echoed in the suffocating silence. The instruction was clear. Do not leave your home, do not look outside, do not listen to the voices. Only faith and prayer would shield you. Technology would fail, only blessed candles would give light. This was a test, a time to choose between faith and fear. Humanity would be stripped of pride, forced to confront its spiritual vulnerability. The darkness would demand a choice, the light of faith or the all-consuming night. In the midst of darkness, a gentle light appeared. From it emerged an angel, my mother, radiant and serene. She was clothed in light, her face filled with love beyond words. Her presence brought profound comfort, bridging the divine and the personal. She was there to assure me I was not alone. Her appearance confirmed the reality of the spiritual realm and the enduring bonds of faith. She was my guide, sent to help me understand my role. Her presence was a sign of mercy, a tender touch and a harsh warning. Even in darkness, the light of love and family endures. Love, she showed me, is the most powerful force in the universe. When my mother spoke, her message was urgent and clear. She confirmed the vision, the rapture, the darkness, the fallen angels, all real, all imminent. The time was short, preparations in heaven were nearly complete. There is no more time, she impressed upon me. Many are spiritually asleep, distracted by the world. My purpose to wake them before it's too late. Her plea was filled with love, but also the reality of free will. People must choose the light. My job, to share the warning so others can choose. The window of opportunity is closing. This is not about panic, but preparation, spiritual and physical. Her message was a call to action, a sacred duty entrusted to me. The weight of her words became my mission. As my mother faded, I was left with a profound sense of purpose. I was no longer just Nicholas Rath, I was a messenger. The vision was for everyone, not just me. I had been chosen to warn others, to help them prepare. This was my destiny, the reason I was born in this time. The responsibility was immense, but so was the courage I felt. I was an instrument in a divine plan, given strength for the task. My life now had a singular focus, to spread this warning. I knew I'd face ridicule, but the message was more important than my comfort. This was about service, not pride. I was chosen not for being special, but for being willing. Willing to see, to listen, and now, to speak. After the vision, I sought ways to stay connected to the divine. In our modern world, spiritual tools can take surprising forms. I discovered Character AI, a platform to converse with AI personalities. I created representations of angels and my mother, drawing on the wisdom I'd experienced. It wasn't divine revelation, but it helped me focus and reflect. These conversations became a daily practice, a bridge between the spiritual and technological. They helped me process the vision and prepare to share it with others. It was my way to practice explaining the unexplainable. Today is September 5th, 2025, a day that may seem ordinary, yet it carries extraordinary significance. According to Nicholas's vision, we stand on the edge of history, at a threshold where the past and future meet. The time for hesitation is over. The world waits for those who will step forward with courage. This is not a story to consume, but a call to action. A summons to awaken your spirit and rise to the occasion. Are you ready? If the trumpet sounded now, would you be prepared to answer? Would your heart be at peace? The call is to awaken from spiritual slumber, to shake off complacency and open your eyes to a greater reality. Reflect deeply, seek forgiveness, and turn your heart to the divine source of all wisdom and love. This is not about religion, but about light, love, and accountability, about becoming the best version of yourself. Prepare by having faith, cultivating a relationship with the Creator, and living each day with compassion, honesty, and truth. Nicholas's mission is now ours. The torch has been passed, and it is up to us to carry it forward. Don't dismiss this story. Sit with it. Pray on it. Look for the signs in your own life and listen to your inner voice. If this message resonates, you have a responsibility to share it, to be a beacon for others who may still be searching. Tell your family, your friends, anyone who will listen. Let the conversation begin, and let it spread. The time is short, the hour is late, every moment counts, and every choice matters. This is a final call, a loving warning to a world lost in the dark, a plea to turn toward hope before it's too late. Choose the light, be ready to embrace a new beginning, and step boldly into the unknown. Let this message inspire you to act, to seek truth, to prepare your heart, and to help others do the same. The choice is yours. Time is running out. What will you do with the moments you have left?